You know, in the world of microcontrollers, every once in a while, a new challenger shows up with power levels that are just completely off the charts. So get ready for an epic shonen power-up story about a tiny little piece of silicon. This is the incredible story of the ESP32.
So every great story, right? It needs a respected veteran and a powerful newcomer. On one side, you've got the Arduino Uno. It's the seasoned master, an 8-bit warrior chugging along at a steady 16 megahertz. A lot of us learn the ropes with this one. But on the other side, well, you've got the prodigy, the ESP32. We're talking a 32-bit dual-core beast that clocks in at up to 240 megahertz, and it's got Wi-Fi and Bluetooth built right in. It's just a whole different league.
Our hero, the ESP32, burst onto the scene back in late 2016. It was created by a company out of Shanghai called Espressive Systems, and it really felt like it was destined for greatness from the start, because it was built for one specific purpose: to be a cheap, super powerful champion for the new age of the Internet of Things.
Okay, so let's get into it. It's trying to put on our scouters and really scan this hero's power level. We're about to see exactly what makes the ESP32 such an absolute monster. First off, let's talk speed. We're looking at up to 240 megahertz. Now, to put that into perspective for you, that is more than 10 times faster than the classic Arduino Uno. This isn't just a little bump up, it's a ridiculous leap forward in pure processing power. And check this out, it's got a dual-core brain. That's right, it's like having two powerful 32-bit processors that you can control all on their own. What does that mean? It means this thing can handle really complex, simultaneous tasks without even breaking a sweat.
And, to support all that speed, it's packing 512 kilobytes of SRAM. That's its short-term memory. And trust me, for a microcontroller, that is a ton of space. It's what gives it the room it needs to run really complex stuff, like, say, a full-on web server.
But this is where it really enters superhero territory. It has what you could call innate abilities. I'm talking about integrated Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, including Bluetooth Low Energy. It doesn't need any extra shields or modules or anything. It can talk to the world wirelessly, right out of the box. And that is a total game changer for IoT projects.
And this just shows you how versatile this thing is. The ESP32 has a whole arsenal of special techniques. It's got sensors for analog signals, 10, count them, 10 capacitive touch inputs, so you can make interfaces with no buttons, a Hall effect sensor to detect magnets, and a whole bunch of ways to talk to other components. It's like a master of a dozen different fighting styles all at once.
So our hero is obviously super powerful, but how do we actually harness that power? Well, like any great warrior, it needs the right gear. So let's take a look at the many forms the ESP32 can take. Its development boards.
Now, because Espressive made their designs open source, pretty much anyone can make a board. And that has led to this incredible explosion of different kinds of fighting gear. You've got your popular models like the NodeMCU, the Adafruit Huzzah, the SparkFun thing, but it doesn't stop there. You can find all this specialized gear with built-in cameras or little screens or long-range radios. Seriously, you name it, there's probably a board for it.
Now, looking at all those options, you might be thinking, whoa, okay, which one do I pick? But here's the most important thing to remember. While the gear might look different, the hero inside is the same. For most projects, pretty much any of these popular boards will give you that core ESP32 power. So honestly, don't stress too much about picking the perfect one when you're just starting out. All right, we've got our hero, and we've got its gear. You know what that means? It's time for the training arc. And our dojo, our training ground of choice, is going to be one that's probably pretty familiar to a lot of you, the Arduino IDE.
Now look, there are definitely more advanced, more complicated ways to program this thing, but the easiest way to get up and running, especially for us makers and hobbyists, is the good old Arduino IDE. It's just a comfortable, familiar place where we can start to unlock the ESP32's massive potential without a huge, scary learning curve. So the setup itself is kind of like a sacred ritual. First, you got to find this special URL from Espressive's official page. Think of that as your secret scroll. Then, you present that scroll to the Arduino IDE and its preferences. After that, you head over to the board manager, summon the ESP32's power, and install its core files. And finally, you select your specific board from the list. That's you choosing your fighting stance. It sounds like a lot, but it's a rite of passage that unlocks this hero's true power.
Of course, every great training arc has to start with a basic test. And for us, that's the classic blink sketch. This simple little trial, just making an LED turn on and off, is how we make sure our power is flowing correctly and that our connection to our hero is strong.
But listen up, because there is a secret technique you absolutely have to master.
When you go to upload your code and you see the console say connecting, you have to press and hold the boot or IO0 button on your board. This puts the ESP32 into a special mode so it's ready to learn its new instructions. It's a key move for every ESP32 warrior. Once you see the upload start, then you can let go.
Okay, our training is complete. We have mastered the basics. Now, it is time to see our hero unleash its signature move, the Wi-Fi web server. This is where all that power, all that training really comes together. We are going to harness its innate Wi-Fi ability to control an LED over the internet. This is the ultimate test of its power.
And you know, the incantation to cast this powerful spell is surprisingly simple. In the Arduino IDE, you just open up the simple Wi-Fi server example sketch that comes with it. You type in your Wi-Fi name, your SSID, and then your Wi-Fi password. Then you just click upload. Just don't forget that secret boot button technique.
After the upload finishes, open the serial monitor. The ESP32 will connect to your Wi-Fi, and it's going to print out a secret code, its IP address. This right here is the key. This is the address to the tiny little corner of the internet that it just created all by itself. So you copy that address, you paste it into the web browser on your phone or your computer, any device that's on the same Wi-Fi network. You hit enter. Is it going to work? Has our hero truly mastered its power? Yes, connection established. A simple little web page appears right there in your browser with two links, one to turn an LED on and one to turn it off. You just did it. You unlocked the ability to control a physical object from a web page that you are hosting on a tiny, super cheap microcontroller. That is the incredible power of the ESP32.
So why does this little hero matter so much? Well, it lets you add powerful Wi-Fi and Bluetooth to basically any project, with almost no effort or cost. It's got the processing muscle for jobs that would just crush older microcontrollers. And it's so cheap and easy to get. It is, without a doubt, the perfect hero for your next Internet of Things adventure.
Just think about that for a second. You just built a web-controlled device in, a few minutes? So the real question isn't about what the ESP32 can do, it's about what you are going to do with it. What amazing, world-changing device are you going to build next?